Joining me on Skype to discuss the impact of this letter the impact it has on Nigeria as a country is a security expert, Ona Ekhomu. It's nice to join us. It's nice to have you join us right now, Ona. Now, I know you would have gone through the letter, the open letter by a former president. How does this come to you? This is not the first, this is not the second, this is not the third letter that the former president is writing about national issues. Ona Ekhomu, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, I was asking, I wonder what's your pick from this open letter by the former president. This is not the first, second, or even third open letter that the former president is writing.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Now, the problem here is that these problems have not gone away. Instead, they're accelerating as evidenced by the killing of Mrs. Olakunrin on Friday. And now, why does it have to take such a high-profile killing for it to come to public knowledge that this problem of kidnapping and needless wasting of lives in Nigeria is quite troubling? So I think we have to look at what the former president said, be advised by the words he has picked, because he's asking for more action and more understanding of the problem such that the solutions can be workable and the problem will reduce concomitantly. I think the problem is we really risk sliding into some kind of a Hobbesian state of nature or into some kind of anarchy if this problem is not taken care of. That's my concern also.
All right. The former president in that letter mentioned the issue of the need for debate and dialogue. If we have to look at the state of things where we are right now, is that something you would recommend right now?
Yes, sir, certainly. There is no problem that you can't dialogue around the table. After all the bullets have been fired and the bombs have been dropped, you still have to sit around a conference table to resolve major issues. Now, that is what I believe he's hinting at, because if we have a national debate on the issue of pastoralism and then the suspected Fulani headsmen, as it were, and this new phenomenon of kidnapping that has kind of dominated the incident map of Nigeria, we'll see that it has been developing over a period of time, and but it hadn't been addressed. So that is why there's need for that kind of a discourse. When he says debate, I don't believe he's talking about a debating society in a school, but a public discourse like you and I are doing right now on this your channel about the problem and how best to resolve it, because without canvassing solutions and then without the government implementing some of those recommendations, nothing is going to happen. The problem is just going to get worse and worse.
All right. We heard the vice president in his visit to Ondo State just over the weekend talking about the likelihood of deploying soldiers to highways to help bolster the fight against criminality in parts of the country. How would this come to you? What's your analysis on this?
Well, use of troops is a security measure. It's just one measure of many security measures that can be utilized. Other security measures include use of drones, use of vigilantes, use of whatever measures are out there. But the problem is that's why the President Obasanjo just called for a debate is very apt. We need to debate this problem better so that we can get workable solutions. Now, if you say you want to deploy troops on the highways, we know that these pastoralist militias, these headers militias, they don't go on the highways. I can tell you this right now, they don't go on the highways. They go through the bushes. And so you are deploying the troops in the wrong, you are using assets in the wrong direction, so you're never going to solve the problem. So if you say to me you want to deploy troops into the forest to go and flush out those bastards, then yes, that is a right solution. So in fact, what the vice president is saying is a little bit off the mark, because we know they don't they don't stay on the highways. What they do, like in the case of Mrs. Olakuri's attack, they will come out and open fire on oncoming vehicles, kill people, abduct people, and go back into the forest. So now, if we know those forests, or if we can use technical means, technological means like drones to identify where they are, and I believe the Nigerian Air Force knows where most of these guys are, based on air intelligence, ISR flights, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance flights. We can now deploy ground troops, assets to go in there, supported by civilian materials, because they have local knowledge, like what we saw happen in Maiduguri with the Boko Haram issue. If you use local hunters, they know the bushes, they know the place. Besides, of course, the army, they also know, because of they do their map reading and geography very well. They know the terrain. So we can now go after those people. Now, what bothers me here is that these are foreigners who are invading this land, and we still don't understand it. I mean, it's shameful. It's really shameful. It's despicable. We need to understand that we are being invaded, and we need to push those bastards out of this country.
Actually, when it comes to the issue of knowing what is going on, the government is the one who has all the information that no one else has when it comes to security checks and all of that. The United States and the UK and so many other countries have given travel directory to their citizens living in Nigeria at one time or the other. And before now, no one really had a doubt regarding the capacity of Nigerian security agencies. But we have this big challenge right now. Would you say it is the issue of capacity building or the failure in intelligence? What could really be the overwhelming challenge why Nigeria cannot handle this security headlong?
Thank you very much. Well, you see, you said that foreign governments have given their nationals information that don't come to Nigeria if your life does not depend on it. Now, so that is instructive. That is a product of intelligence and policy analysis. It's not a product of just having the facts. Yes, I can have the facts. I can know that there are attacks in so many attacks. I can plot the attacks with a computer program. I can plot the number of attacks that are occurring, terrorist attacks, kidnappings, herdsmen, militia attacks, and others happening in Benue State, Plateau State, Zamfara State, Katsina State. But if I don't properly analyze that information, that intelligence that's coming in, that is make meaning out of it, then of course I would think that there's no problem, that it's just a random occurrence. And it's not a random occurrence, it's a systematic occurrence, it's an invasion, like I said. So I believe when our public officials come to this conclusion, I mean, this conclusion has been reached many years ago, but when they come to this conclusion, they will now know that there's a need to apply the political will to solve this problem. But before then, we're going to be talking about it. But I hope let the debate continue. They might hear eventually.
All right. Before I let you go now, a lot of people are calling for an outright assistance from various countries, the United States, the UK, Israel, and other, even Russia and China, when it comes to facing this security challenge. But we haven't seen, even though they have agreed to assist Nigeria one way or the other, but a lot of Nigerians don't feel that this assistance is coming in. Do we really have to call out for outright assistance from these countries?
Thank you very much. I think this is a problem that we should take head on. We have the resources, we have the military resources, we have police resources, that is law enforcement resources. And then something that is often forgotten in this whole equation is that these guys came from somewhere. They came from across the border. So what's happening at the borders? Immigration needs to be empowered. All this that is misguided. Everybody tells you want to put e-immigration in the border. What is e-immigration? These guys don't need immigration. They just come through a bush path. You are talking about recognized national borders. What we need to do is have border lining. I've called for this many times before. I said we should employ all our guys, employ a large number of youths to do border lining for us, because this is an existential threat. Now, when it becomes so big like Boko Haram, we now start saying, oh, what happened here? So it's not, we don't need foreign aid right now. We don't need America. We don't need UK. They've given us all the help they can give us. They have given us all this intelligence about what's going on. We have the capabilities to develop a lot of this intelligence. SSS is running a lot of operations in the bush, looking for these guys. Military Int is working. Air Force Int is working, everybody's working. So, but the point is we need to capitalize on that intelligence. We need to analyze it expertly, and there needs to be policy action behind it, sanctioned by the federal government. But saying that you want to put troops on the streets, line the streets of Ondo State and Ogun State, that will not do anything, because we already know that they are in the bush. They don't come on the streets. So let's go and solve the problem where it is, not in the wrong place. It's a type 3 error.
Right, Ona Ekhomu, thank you so much for talking to us on TVC News.